Alright, I wanted to go ahead and do this video because this is some evil fucking shit that I'm fucking dealing with right now. It's some of the most evil shit, and I'm just not sure as to which way to go. Something don't feel right. Alright, I wanted to go ahead and do this video and talk about what's happening, what's going on. I feel fucking weird filming on this video because it's a lot of negative ass energy, very negative energy where alright, so let me go ahead and talk about what's going on today. This is some very fucked up shit. Stop stealing my shit. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and do this video quick on my phone. I know they did something in the middle of the night to set it up for both phones to be connected or some shit, and I really don't feel good about using this motherfucking phone because this is one evil ass motherfucking phone. So please use spiritual fucking protection when dealing with it. I heard I'm gonna be under the Anu Ra 14 energy and all of that. It's really the Rothschilds coming in doing all sorts of evil ass shit. I'm disgusted. I paid like $150 for this phone. I need like a second phone, listening to all this evil shit going on. I was about to throw it out the motherfucking whatchamacallit. I keep getting urged by the so-called God, the demiurge, and all of that shit to post on here. So, because I heard that this one is blocked. You be blocked from seeing what the fuck is going on. I don't know what the fuck is going on. I hope I'm not fucking up. I hope I'm not making a big fucking mistake by using this to post on here. To make a long story short, I had a lot of my consciousness stolen by Joe Paris Jennings and Pierre Holmes, who, that August 22nd, 2022 timeline is real. Went over there offering my neighbor money, and showing him jet skis and airplanes and all of that, and I think he, or not, but, I'm going to have to cleanse this. I need my phone. I need a second phone. I don't have the money that these people sacrificed me, God. I hate listening to this shit because it throws you for a mad motherfucking loop. Oh, nah, I don't like this fucking phone. I put like a laser pointer, which we'll call an app on it, and it was working. I was told don't use this one because you get fucked up or something. And I don't feel that with that. I feel more protected with that one. I was told by my higher self, don't use this phone. It's an evil ass fucking phone. But they did something to it in the middle of the night to connect to this motherfucker. Again, use protection. I'm getting exacerbated because these motherfuckers like, use this phone so we can show exactly. I'm losing it. I'm really fucking losing it. I don't want to hear. Just shut the fuck up. Shut up. I wish I knew the codes to get rid of this shit early on. I would have got rid of this shit, got back in my body. To make a long story short, be very, very careful with this video. I'm gonna say something right now. The girl who soul swapped me, I got an Ashley LaCaz or Ashley LaAntoine or Antoine. She created some type of portal through this motherfucker. It's got the Anam 14 energy, but there's been the Anam 13, the Rothschilds and all of that, Mountbatten Windsors. They call it the Anam 13 coming in here stealing my shit. The 3-Eye Atlas, I was trying to revive them yesterday and they tried to block it. It's a lot of bad energy that's on this fucking phone, so I don't like filming off of it because they'll fuck with people use as a portal to attack. And I'm extremely exacerbated. I had so-called spirit guides, try to tell me, oh, use that phone, and all this other shit. And I'm just like, get the fuck away from me because I know better. Some just don't feel right with this evil shit. Anyways, Paris and Zoe Jennings, to make a long story short, their timeline started at the Guggenheim Museum. I also got the Getty Villa. We're coming in, you know, using a guy by the name of Ephraim from the Getty Villa. He's a security guard there, like I say in a lot of my videos. They were connecting as security guards. They use homeless people. They got he was using Sergei Morales and FBI guys. He was a white guy that used to live on a PCH, supposedly had like a station wagon, hatchback, but it was actually like an astral entity that he could use thought to help him teleport back to the Getty Villa when, you know, he was able to lure homeless people back there so that they could, you know, teleport them out of their bodies in a way, put them into their consciousness, and then use them as fuel for their security guards, none of whom are fucking human. They're all cyborgs. There's genetic experiments that go on down there. Anyways, to make a long story short, from what I'm feeling, they transported a lot of my spiritual protection over here. That's what it feels. I'm not really sure. I ain't trying to get this phone fucked up. To make a long story short, them motherfuckers, I feel like I'm going against common sense with this shit here. I really fucking do, talking about they'll get blocked from seeing what's going on. Overnight, you know, after I offered to help them guys out, I didn't like where they were. It hurt me to see, like with me, 2022 ended, you know, August 22nd, 2022 ended, my life ended. Theirs ended on, you know, I think Afiyamagas 2022, the other one maybe 2018. I'm not really sure. To make a long story short, I offered to help them guys, and just like what happened the other day when you know, when me and them road spirits were, we were trying to pull them, you know, back in their bodies and all of that. I saw an entity attachment, a balloon come, and I saw the head of security, a lady who got kidnapped, I think teleported, homeless lady who got teleported in, what was it, the early 2000s by the name of Sanchez. They kept, through what's left of my third eye, kept showing her name prominent. She was able, you know, I remember, you know, I remember waking up, hearing her, hearing them, through this phone primarily, you know, in this phone, pulling out all my entity attachments, pulling out all my roach spirits, and trying to pull my consciousness into the Getty Villa. And I was just extremely fucking, you know, I was being told, you know, do a video. I was being told, just play 1.9 hertz, which will help put you back together. I've been playing that in conjunction with 1248 hertz. Audify is very good if you want to play audio simultaneously with something else, you know, because these fucking road spirits, they get on my last fucking, I had some of them, I heard it was like my former spirit guys and all that trying to tell me, film on this phone, film on this phone. Supposedly all my protection is on this phone, but I don't fucking feel it. It don't feel fucking right. You know, I heard some of them road spirits say, "This is my man Windsors," you know, when they come around. I don't know. I really fucking don't know. I don't want to put this cursed ass shit, nothing associated with this fucking phone on there. This shit, you know, anytime you're dealing with something that's alien, dealing with quantum, I can't. I really fucking can't. Like I said, destroyed my child consciousness and every fucking thing else, and is using that shit against me. Anyways, to make a long story short, I just I'm praying against hope. I'm gonna say something right now. That lady, when she came through, the one who soul swapped me, that created a fucking portal. She called me through this phone. There was no and it was straight up her. She channeled herself. She came straight through. To make a long story short, they're trying to put me under some type of fucking mind control. When I've tried to heal people in other timelines, I heard I'm under extreme fucking mind control. Don't enter my timelines. And it's gotten even worse. My higher self was trying to fight along with my mom's higher self. It would start with this timeline where they would lose consciousness or some shit. Saw that I was lacking all of my consciousness. A lot of that was funneled towards Pierre Holmes and Zoe and Paris Jennings, who were stealing my Archangel Michael. He was actually telling me to say his name yesterday. They're in. Don't listen. My Swedish past life selves, higher self, spirit guide, my old higher self as a kid, all that shit. They were putting them entity attachments of them in their consciousnesses, in their heads, and using them as fuel. And from what I understand, the Getty Villa had affixed to this cell phone as well as this one in the middle of the fucking night, just by me having this shit, this cursed evil shit out in the open. And from what I understand, stole a lot of my consciousness. I had one spirit guy say use 1588 hertz to put yourself back together. 1558 hertz can also do that. I also saw 1537 hertz. And 544 hertz is good for that as well. As many zeros at the end and the beginning and all around as possible. That broad Ashley, whatever, threw me out of my body. Every time I place the cow's frequency, that E frame keeps coming at me hard. Trying to block it. All these motherfuckers. The Ashley LaAntoine. I got a LaCaz for the girl that soul swapped me. Antoine. Ferran. Keeps trying to block me. LaFouche. It's one of the bigger names. LaFouche. Supposed to be a classmate of hers. Them Pierre Holmes and Jennings. I heard they got all my shit and didn't need to stay in my timelines or whatever. They started at the Guggenheim again. In Getty Villa. Meghan Markle. Mountbatten Windsors and Rothschilds. Zendaya Coleman. They keep trying to kill me off as much as they can. And I'm exacerbated and I'm losing a lot of my consciousness right now as I talk. I feel like, like when I first had this evil shit out, I was having a lot of shit swapped and exchanged and thrown out. And every fucking thing else. I know I saw something weird up there too. Had a lot of shit thrown out and everything. And affixed to them where they were taking my astral body. That's why I didn't want to have this shit out. I should have put this shit away. Roaches were telling me, download the cow's frequency, that'll help. And I should have used common sense like in this case and just, nah. I don't trust the spiritual protection I got. I just don't. So with that being said, from what I understand, they were taking the entity attachments off of my entity and attachments and spirit guides and all of that, and we're putting it in they shit. in their heads of them people, as well as other people at the Getty Villa and all of that. And the Mountbatten Windsors and Rothschilds, I heard Cersei is in charge of all this shit. Or David Renee Rothschild and all of them. Nathan Rothschild, I keep, anyways, they, anytime they're taking apart the entity attachment, all the entity attachments and removing them, that's dangerous. You don't want that. So anyways, I'm just going to say I need spiritual help. So I'm using the curse phone right now, but I'm going to say this. Use my past frequencies. I always pose add the zeros at the end and beginning as much as possible, especially 5. Hopefully nothing bad happens by me doing this. Use 1558 hertz, 1588 hertz, 11537 hertz. Put me back 2544 hertz. Using frequencies 3002, 1150. I was using 3517. It's a long story, but it's dealing with the Getty Villa and all of that, and them motherfuckers just fleecing everything from my consciousness, and I just felt it just now, putting me into a hole or something.